Welcome this morning. It's actually afternoon. Well, that's not true. It's still late morning. Excited to be with you today. So I'm trying a new format. I'm kind of experimenting with a microphone. I'd like to know how that sounds. What do you think it sounds like? And so if you'd get feedback, I'll actually probably cut most of this out. But I wanted to do class this morning and just see how that works. I'm thinking about getting a mic. I think it's a little more professional, and then when I'm moving, you can hear me better. So just wanted to see, it just can't turn up the volume, so I want to make sure that it's loud enough that you can hear me, okay? So I'm just going to do a few things, and here we go. Welcome to class. Grateful for the opportunities to move our bodies today. I'm coming today from Purify Wellness. This is our hot room. We do have infrared panels. I probably need to show you those. I will after class, at the end of class. That it's an incredible energy, incredible healing and detoxing place to be. Warms you up, gets deep into the body, goes about 6 inches in. So, in this arm, it's covered. And so just that opportunity to have those infrared generating vibrations. So, good morning today. Today we're going to work, we're working on the sacral chakra. So the root chakra as at the base of the tailbone, sit bones, pelvic area. We haven't done a lot of bandhas, the locks, but I'd like to work on the mula bandha today. So if you'll take, and you're going to feel as if you've got a little bit of a jellyfish in your pelvic area. I know, we don't talk about that very often. But grab a block, make sure it's sitting up high. We did this last week. Plant your hands and push down a little. You'll feel your hips spread. As they spread, will you pull up like you're trying to pull on pantyhose from the block up into the pelvic floor, and you'll actually feel it go beyond. You'll feel the lift up. Okay, right there at the top of that lift, that's where that sacral chakra kind of resides. It has everything to do with creativity. The element is water, right? There's an orange color that is associated with it. It is a fabulous opportunity to really be aware of, am I stuck in my creative flow, in my creative juices? Am I stuck not knowing where to go? We have our foundation, that's that root chakra we talked about last week, and it is the safety and the security. But with that safety and security, where do I go? Do I just do my own things? Do I have ideas come to mind and then no, I can't do that. Do we have those moments? I think we all do. Okay, so get your feet right underneath your knees. They're right at your hip socket, joint, top of the hip, okay, the bone, the skeletal. We have flesh that's wider, okay, that's not what we're talking about. Squeeze that block and try to pull up, and then release. The inhale is normal. On the exhale, pull up with that breath. Yeah. Feeling that if you want to still hug this and feel like you're trying to hug it up, back and up, do that. Go ahead and exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Pull it up again. As soon as you're at the top of that exhale, it's like it's there and it can't go any higher. Just release. And then inhale. And as you exhale, pull it up again. We're going to do 5 more rounds. Just release. Inhale. Exhale. Pull it up. You'll feel the low belly lift. and release. Inhale. On the exhale, pull it up and release. Inhale. On the exhale, pull it up. You'll get to the top, just release, let it go, and then inhale. So you notice there's a little pause. We got one more. Exhale. And as you exhale, pull up. You'll feel a stretch in the low back. You'll get to a place where you can actually hold your breath for a moment, and then you just let everything go. And then just breathe normal. Inhaling and exhaling. Fabulous work, yeah. And go ahead and lose that block. We're going to try and find that throughout the day. This is internal energy that we're working. One of the things that they've learned, it's been proven by science, is that when this energetic vibration that is us, if you work into quantum physics, sometimes it's like, I don't quite get this. But the whole idea behind quantum physics is that we really aren't physically here. It's just energy that's not moving as fast as all of this stuff that we can't see. And so that's kind of so the idea behind this energy that's going through the body is the fact that if you've got a place that it's not flowing, well, that place is stagnant. It's stale. That's where disease, that's where injury can happen because that energy isn't changing and replacing. And so one of the reasons we move, one of the reasons we move in this class, is so that we can have this ebb and flow. We have this stuff we're bringing in all the time, but we've also got to expel the stuff that we don't want, right? So go ahead and grab your ball. Now you're going to notice I'm on a wood floor. I might lose it, okay? Remember, we're looking just for one of the things this creates is just finding places that, that one kind of hurts. So when you find that place, you stay there, right? And you just kind of push and you pull and you find that fabulous energy. And you're actually breaking up blockages. You're breaking up adhesions. One of the things they've found is with your fascia and your skin that sometimes our tightnesses are more just that the fascia isn't lubed, so it can't just flow easily back and forth across our muscle, right? So finding those places, pushing down, maybe you find a place and before you just immediately flee, close your eyes, take a deep breath. Can I breathe through this and stay? Now, the answer may be no, and if the answer is no, fine. But I've found more often than not that the answer is yes, I can. Beautifully done. And then release. Let's do their second part. Let's do our shearing. Heel stays down, go forward and back across. Okay, that one we really don't usually feel. Okay, start underneath. We're going to go backwards today. Start underneath right at the top of the arch and just kind of go forward and back. Heel stays down. You're just wiggling your leg forward and back. Move to the ball of the foot. And then even get up into the toes, underneath those toes. And then we're going to do our roll over the toes. So you may have to bring it back just a tad. Put the heel down, right? And then toes over the ball and then just roll up and over and come back. Go ahead and roll up and over and come back. Roll up and over and come back. Roll up and over and come back, okay? Beautifully done. Okay, the last one is just forward and back. Straightening the leg. It doesn't have to be all the way straight, but just rolling forward and back. Forward and back. Yeah. And then go ahead, second side. You're looking first for places. I find that most of mine are around the arch. That one's a good one. And I'm just going to hold, close your eyes, and just breathe. Do I need to run? Is it too painful, or can I just breathe through that? You'll notice that the edge comes off the pain if it's one that you can stay and breathe through. That's one of the things breath will do for us. Okay, push down into the arch, back, forward and back. Then go ahead, roll across, come up to the toes, and then toes curl around the ball, and here we go, and back, and roll, and back, and roll. So this action we have, as our feet age, they tend to just curl a little more. You get those hammer toes. Okay, this action right here, very valuable. That's why we go up and down on our toes. So make sure you've got both parts of that. Go all the way up and feel a stretch across the top. And then come down, okay? And then you can lose the ball. You'll notice I tuck it under my mat, and then it doesn't slide away. Grab a block, okay? We're gonna put it here. I'll go to the side so you can see it. Foot is on, reaching the heel down. So from the side, it looks like this. Arch is on the floor, and you're pulling down, reaching. I'm taking a lean, right? I'm leaning forward. I want to feel that stretch. I want this ankle to have to compress. Notice my toes aren't curling down. Leave them sticking up. Yeah. Stretch. The more you lean, and just breathe into the lean, but you're also welcome to come in and out of that pose. Up and back down. Totally fine. Go ahead and up with the heel, back down with the heel. Up with the heel, back down with the heel. Up and down numerous times, okay? And then go ahead, second side. Because I turned, I already did this side, so I'm going to do this other one. Pull it down, lean. Notice I'm resting, okay? I'm leaning. I'm putting some weight into the ball of that foot. Notice also that I'm not going past that 90-degree angle. I'm not letting the knee come in. I'm really trying to watch that action. And then, hold for a couple of breaths, and then you're just going to come up. Ooh, feel that shin, and back down, and up, and back down, and up, and back down, and up, and back down. Up, and back down. Hold, breathe, and release. And then go ahead and just roll through those ankles, both directions. We tend to do fast. See if you can do it slow. Go ahead and do fast, and then slow. Reverse it a couple times. Hold it up long enough that you start to feel the thigh maybe burn. Working that thigh muscle. You know that working the legs is one of the hardest things to do, okay? And then plant that down. And then this one comes up. Roll through that ankle. Go fast. I'm not as coordinated on this side, and go fast, and then go slow. Yeah, holding it up long enough that you start to feel a little burn in the thigh. Catching. Beautifully done. Grab the block, put the foot on. You notice it's turned out a little bit, okay? Come to the edge of that chair. This leg is not going to turn out. We'll do a turnout with that one later. This one's planting straight down. Try to get space between the toes and the big toe down, okay? Come up. Now, this you might go, I don't feel anything there. If you want, you have the option of moving it further out to the side. Notice I'm staying in this 90-degree bend. Go ahead and you can take it out even wider. You can find this one can't just collapse. That one's got to be up. Take a lean forward and come back. Take a lean forward, stretching on those inner thighs, and come back. Take a lean forward, hands just on the legs. Take a lean forward, pushing down into that block, and come back. Take a lean now. Hold the lean, and you're just going to, we have not done this one before. It's almost like a little hula. Just try to shift in your hips. Now you will feel your body move, but it's not my body moving. It's kind of reciprocal action. I'm trying to get the hips to move, getting into that hip. Go ahead and use this hand if you need to lift. Maybe you can hold it, and we're just going to drop and lift, drop and lift, drop and lift. This is one of the things we lose the ability, okay? Take your hand right from your hip bone, slide it down right inside that socket. And when you lift, you can feel a little ropey thing engage. That's your psoas muscle. Yeah. Mine's not a little. Mine's kind of massive. All my dance, okay? You'll start to feel the leg work and then stretch it out, okay? Here with this out, I want you to take the block underneath the calf, just enough. Okay, your knee's going to stay bent. I don't want this. This is what we tend to see, is that knee locking down and not working. Then we're not working anything. It's just locking. So here, we have to still work. I want you to lean over. Yeah. Oh, my chair's sliding. Lean over. And then come back. Take this block and now move it straight forward. We're still doing that same lean forward. But now my foot's not going to touch the floor. Okay, I want to pull back with my heel, bending the knee slightly. This foot is going to anchor. We've done these before. That foot is there so that this block can't move. I'm going to pull back on the block. You'll feel it at the back of the thigh up into the glutes. Push. You'll also feel the work that you're doing here. Pull back with the heel, engaging those legs, release. Pull back with the heel, pushing down, release. Pull back. If you've got something that will anchor that block that doesn't need to be your leg, it's totally fine. Pull back, hug in, and release. Last one, and release. Go ahead and wiggle those legs, okay? I feel it mostly here, but that's because of my flexibility. So that's a hamstring stretch. Take it back out to the side. You may start here, okay? This leg again, this is the one that's staying straight. You have the option of taking it way out for here. We're trying to get into the hip. That's where I want you to feel a little bit of a stretch right there on the inside of that thigh. Push the foot down, and here we go. Lean and back. Just a lean and back. Just a lean and back. Just a lean and back. And a lean and back. And then go ahead, remember our hula? Just try to shift in the hips. Maybe you're squeezing your glutes. This is going to feel really awkward, okay? There's just no other way. But what it does is it's taking the socket, this leg, and just kind of pulling it into the socket, out of the socket, into the socket, out of the socket. That's kind of what the hula does, okay? Nicely done. And then go ahead. Here you go. Okay, push. Actually, the first one was all the way out. And we turned our block up. I'll get it. Okay, pull back. I'm doing this with that leg, and then release. Pull back. That heel, the leg's trying to pull back and release. Pull back and release. Pull back and release. Pull back. Yeah. And then release. And then go ahead and move it forward for the stretch. This time, okay, it's here. Remember, this foot's going to come in so that it won't move. So this foot's pushing and just kind of anchoring. I'm still at a right angle. I haven't made that smaller. If your knees can do smaller, you're fine to do smaller, okay? But the further that is away, the more pull on the back of the hamstring you're going to find. And release and pull. And release and pull. Working. It's working the calf, but it's one of the things, working these seated is one of the hardest things we can do. Pull and release and pull. And usually one of the reasons we can't work it is because of where our knees are, right? Pull and release, pull and release. Go ahead and shake those legs out. Let's grab the block again. This time it's going to be between the shins, okay? Go ahead and move your feet so that they're right below your knees. So you'll notice that it's like I have to really push in to grab that block. Holding that, inhale, lengthen, squeeze that block, just roll forward. You should feel it right down through the thighs. The squeeze is muscle energy, so we're working, and then lengthen, and then we're going to do our cat-cow here. Inhale, the chin, the shoulders, the chest. Exhale, the round, even round in your chair. I'll do a couple more here, and then I'll turn to the side so you can see it. Open and tuck the tailbone even, round, okay? This is what it looks like from the side. Inhale, lengthen. There's that curl in the spine, yeah. Exhale, round. But I'm squeezing the block the whole time. Inhale, open. Exhale, squeeze. Notice when you open, it's harder to remember to squeeze the block than when you roll and tuck. So you're open and you're tucking. Yes. And you're open and you're tucking. And open and tucking. One more, open and tucking. Nicely done. And then go ahead and release. Come back around. Fabulous work. You kind of feel your legs have done some work. Let's work into our arms. Just trying to keep track of time. All righty. So we didn't really use these much last week. I want to do two things with them. We're going to do some arms first, and then we're going to actually stretch some legs with them. Okay. You're holding them. This would be about 12 inches, right? You're maybe about 14 or 16. So like for me, I'm right at my shoulders. Okay, I'm going to come so that I'm right into my shoulders. Notice I'm sitting up straight. I am not doing this. Okay, the easiest way to do that is to get on the very edge of your chair. The next easy way to do that, and I guess I have to turn my whole chair for that, is to put a block right there at the back and make yourself sit tall. I'm going to stay like this so you can see why we do these. You don't need to see me straight on. Okay? Find my 16 inches. Here we go. So, I'm here, yes? Just as wide as my shoulders. Beautifully done, okay? And I'm going to just go out to the side and back. So it looks like this. It's just out and back, 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 out and back. 7, I'm counting, 8, 9, 10, hold, and then slowly pull it out as you slowly release. Try to pull your shoulders together. You'll feel a little bit of that stretch, and then release. Roll through those shoulders, okay? We're going to do the same thing forward and back. You're 16 inches. You're just going to reach forward. Now, you're not going to the side like I am. You're going straight forward. But I want you to be able to see this and see that I'm keeping my back upright, okay? So here we are, okay? You're going to stretch it just a tiny bit. Look, I only moved about 2 or 3 inches. And then you're going to pull back like you're pulling something towards you, okay? So you're pulling back and you push. And you pull and push. Notice that my hands aren't higher than my shoulders. And you pull and you push. And you pull. It's like you're rowing and push. And pull and push. Pull. Can you do a few more? My arms are getting tired. And push and pull. One more. Take a breath. Pull, hold, and push. And release. Roll through those shoulders. Beautifully done. Very beautifully done. Okay. So this is the part I wanted you to be able to see, so I didn't want to change. We've worked our shoulders. We could go up and down, but I know that some have the shoulder issue, okay? but you can totally do up and down the same exact way. Find the width, it's a little pole, and it's like you're pulling something down and you're pushing something back up. If that hurts your shoulder, you're not doing it. You can totally do it here. You can do it a little bit, okay, but you're finding up and back down, up and back down, yeah? Okay. And those you don't need to do quite as many. So I want you to see if you can get this around your foot. You may have to bring the foot in, get that around. I don't want to lose my block, okay? And then you're going to hold on and you're going to straighten your leg, okay? I want you to see it from the side. I'll turn to the forward too. Then you're just going out and in, up and down, out and in. This is actually sometimes because of the strap. Notice we're holding, so we're working our arms a little bit. Okay, let me turn back forward. So that leg is, okay, I'm not letting my arms go out and in. They're holding in, which is holding me up, okay? And I'm just moving through this leg. I was fiddling with this the other day, and I'm like, I could do this in a seat, okay? Go ahead and make circles. So if you are having problems with your hips, this is actually going to help you not work. Go ahead and reverse that circle. This will help you. It'll still work the muscles, but it won't be quite as taxing, and it actually helps. You'll do some flipping across the thing. It's okay. Okay? And then switch sides. Just step on it and switch. Okay? Get at the edge of the chair so you can sit upright and take it out. The elbows, you can make this harder by coming here and coming back if you need to. Or if it's too hard, you're just here. You choose, okay? I can't tell you what to do right now. So out and in, up and down, out and in, up and down. You might just have a little bit of a movement. Your out and in might be like this. Your up and down may be like this. Perfect. Take as big a circle. Notice that my knee's bent and I'm circling. Notice that this knee wants to go too. Try and hold it still. Such good work for our hips, guys. Reverse it. Letting that circle. Notice my hands are kind of moving, but only because my leg's going out and in. My elbows aren't hugging my side, but they're hugging in. So that they're not touching, but they're there. Reverse it. Did we reverse it already? I don't think so. I would have felt that. Yeah. And then release, right? Shake out those hips. That's a lot of work in those legs. Okay, now we're going to do some twists, and then we'll put it all together in a sun salutation. Inhale. Arms can be here, but I want you to start with them here. Feel like you're in a door jamb. And the door jamb, you're stepping through it. Now, we're not stepping because we're seated, so let the door jamb's moving. Notice my elbows are a little lower. They're not right at my shoulder. Let them be a little lower. With a little lower, you can get a better stretch. Pull through. Let your head even lift. It's like back of your ears. So pull through that door jamb, opening through the heart. The shoulder blades squeeze together, and then release. Roll through that. Round and hold. Tuck your chin. The more you can tuck your chin, the lower you can pull your forehead, the bigger the stretch. You'll get right in that low back area, okay? So go ahead and do a stretch again. Come here. I love to use my hands to push down and forward to help pull that back. Tucking down. The more I get this down, the deeper the stretch goes here. Breathe. Holding the belly in if you can, and then release. Okay? And then back we come. Beautifully done. We're going to do it again. Come back in. They start here, they drop. If you've got a shoulder issue, they're here. Push. There's a door jamb. It's stuck. You're going to pull back and open the heart. Opening through that sensation. Notice that my chin is slightly lifted up, but I'm not here. You can hear that in my voice. I'm still here, but somebody's pulling on the back of my ears. I'm using the back of my head to pull. Stretch, reach, breathe, and then release. Those shoulders, beautifully done. Okay, sun salutations. Inhale up, exhale, hinge. Hands on the thighs, roll it back. Inhale, come back up. Take an exhale. Inhale up, exhale, hinge. Hands on the thighs, inhale, exhale, pull back. And inhale, unwind. Inhale and exhale. Go ahead and inhale up. Exhale, hinge. Inhale, the hands come down. Exhale, round it back. Inhale, come all the way up. Okay? Now, if you can't lift your arms, your inhale wherever you can go. Inhale here. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. We're doing the spine. So if you can't get the shoulders, inhale all the way up. Okay? Let's add a twist. Inhale up. Exhale, this hand to this thigh, this, but remember the shoulder, it's not here. We're lifting the shoulder up and around. Oh, you can see it really well today. Up and around, okay? And then inhale, twist. Exhale, hold the twist. Notice my legs. If you find your legs doing this or this, grab our block. Inhale, open. Exhale, hold. See if you can just tighten the waistline like a corset just got pulled. Inhale, lengthen. Go ahead and round. Oh, yeah. Inhale, back up. And exhale, just release the hands and slowly come back. So no slingshotting out. Try the other side. Inhale up. Again, if you have to be here, you're fine. Inhale. There's the hinge, right? That's with as straight a back as you can. Not bowing here, but pulling from the hips. We stopped doing that a long time ago sometimes. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, pull it back. Tuck and round. And inhale, unwind. Inhale up. And exhale. Inhale here. Exhale. Inhale all the way up. Here, let's take the twist. Inhale. Take it here. This isn't the shoulder. The shoulder goes up and around. It's going to help you twist. Inhale, hold. Exhale. Inhale again. This time, curl back. Oh, yeah. Nice side body stretch. Squeezing this block helps. Inhale up. And exhale, let go, and then come around. Let's do 2 more each side. Inhale up, exhale, hinge, hands on thighs. Inhale, exhale, round. Inhale all the way up, take the twist. Shoulder, inhale, hold, exhale. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, ooh. Inhale up, release, and come back. Inhale. And exhale, inhale, and exhale, inhale, twist that way, and shoulder up and on the back, squeezing that block, inhale, exhale, inhale, and then move back, exhale, inhale, and back we come, beautifully done, inhale, hinge, hands down, inhale, exhale. Inhale, unwind, arms go up. Exhale, shoulder. Inhale, hold. Exhale, inhale, release, and come back. Last side. Inhale up, hinge. Inhale here, round. Inhale up, up. Exhale, shoulder. Inhale, hold for the exhale. Inhale again. Exhale, pull back. Inhale, lengthen up, release, and come back to center. Beautifully done. Go ahead and it's called the barrel roll, right? We usually do this on our hands and our knees, but guess what? We can do it in a seat. Notice that when I keep the block here, it really helps my body not to do all of this. I'm anchoring in my root chakra, right? These kind of movements with your body are very, very into the sacrum. They also are getting into the solar plexus, was it just above the navel back here? And we are getting into the root at the same time. Okay, squeeze that block again. Pull that pelvic floor up towards your belly. Okay, inhale. On the exhale, pull that up towards the belly and release. It's one of the best things you can do for your back. Exhale, you pull up and release. Inhale, exhale, pull up. Notice I'm not curling, I'm just lifting. I'm trying to just lift the inner part. Some of the body's going to move. I'm holding my breath right now, and release. Inhale and exhale. That's just one of the very best things you can do. As you, the whole pelvic area expands because you're coming up inside. Okay, it's fabulous. It's fabulous work. Really nicely done. Okay, we're going to come and stand. So come up, right? Grab your chair. Plant it on something that's not going to move. Excuse me. Bend those knees, lengthen back. Here we go. And then we're just going to inhale and walk in. You've done these. And exhale, walk back. Bend the knees. Go as deep as you can. Okay, inhale, walk up. Exhale, back you go. Bend those knees, lengthen. Inhale, back up. And exhale, back. That's number 4. We're going to do 6 more. If you can, do you see what I just did on that last one? Inhale up, exhale back, bend the knees, reach and stretch. See, maybe you can get that stretch into your arms and come back. Okay, 3 more. Step back, breathe and stretch, come back in. You can do this on the counter at home. In, step back. This chair's a little higher than what I have at home, and I kind of like that. Last one, walk it in. Inhale, come back. Stretch and reach. While you're here, walk in just a little, maybe forearms if that stretch is too much. You're going to keep a little bend in those knees. You just do a little hula here. Oh, do your hips love that? Let me do it from the front so you can kind of see what that looks like. Okay, it's just a shifting of the hips side to side. Sorry, I'm not going to do it with the back facing. You just, not doing that. Yeah, just hulaing, wiggling through those hips. Go ahead and tuck. Here's our same cat-cow. Okay, you're going to tuck the tailbone. See that rounded spine, and then elongate. Tuck it and elongate. Tuck it and take it out. Tuck it. Now see if we can get the head in with it. In and back out. In and back out. In. Stay there. Rounding. Bend your knees. Round. Come up on your toes as far as you can. Rounding, 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 and then just go ahead and walk that in. Beautifully done. So I wanted to do something a little different. I've got a couple friends that have some hip issues. Don't know if this will work for you, but give it a try. It's balance with opening of the hips, okay? So holding onto this chair, you notice that it's here. This opposite leg is going to come and be here, okay? So this is kind of like this pose. Some of you can do that seated, some of you can't. It's actually easier to do here than it is seated. I'm going to step that back foot back a little bit, so I've got some space. This is going to open. I'm coming to the edge of the foot. I'm not going to let this foot sickle like that. I'm pulling the whole foot over, just opening through that hip. Bend this knee, and you're just going to, now, if this still hurts really bad, don't do it. Okay, some of you, it's going to help with your balance. It's going to get into this hip socket. Okay, I've been trying to just think of ways. Notice my hips are pretty much square. I'm not here. Yeah, you won't be the other way with this leg lifted. Okay, this may be too high. okay? You may need to come to a block. Notice I've got it already turned out, and you're coming down and back up, and down and back up. You're going to feel work on that quad muscle. You need to just feel those hips give. So whichever, go ahead, trade sides. I'll just turn my chair around. I'll do the block so we can do both. Okay, you're probably about 2 feet, maybe 1.5 feet behind. Pick up this, put it on there. If you can't get it up there, you're using the block. This knee bends. This foot turns out, but the whole foot is. It's not just the ankle going like this, it's the whole foot and knee moving, okay? So there's an out. And if you push down on the inner edge, you'll keep that from happening. Bend and up, bend and up. This is some of the stuff we really do lose quickly. And up, bend and up, bend and up. Last one, bend, hold, maybe a little hula there. Yeah. And then go ahead, try it just here. Turn it out a little. Bend. Notice I'm not. So if that's a better move for you, will you take that one? You will feel your thighs work. It is fabulous for your thighs. And release. Beautifully done. Okay. I do want to do one more stretch for the back. Okay. We'll just come here. Take that out. Actually, no, because this is a slidey floor. Make sure that your chair is anchored. Okay. So, stretching out the back of our legs is the hardest thing to do, and most of the time when we stretch here, we go around like this, and that's not really stretching here, but it is stretching up here. We need both. So what I'd like you to do is step forward. If you have a rail on your chair, a thing. Do you have a thing? If not, put the block right there, and you can actually put it down. You can be almost as high as you want, but I want you to put that on, okay? Can you see kind of where I'm about at? Bend the knee. You're going to reach the hips back, putting the foot down. You're going to feel back of that leg. Maybe I should change sides so you can see. Pulling back. You're going to feel the hamstring. You're going to curl and round. Push into that. Curl and round. Foot is pushing onto that block or onto this, okay? If you can get the heel, fabulous. You'll get even a bigger stretch. And curl and round and curl and round. You'll feel this in your back. You'll feel this in the hip and in the thigh. Okay, here we go. Other side. And back and up and back and up. If you can catch your heel, you're going to get a better stretch because you've got something holding that in place. And stretch. Yeah, so that's what you're looking for. Beautifully done. Let's come on to our backs. I think I'm going to be sideways today. Make sure you have a block handy. Now, do you remember, if you're needing a chair to get down, if you can't do this, I'll show you how to do it up in a minute. If you can get down, come down to your hands and your knees. Keep the chair close so that you can get back up, okay? Once you're on your back, roll down, plant those feet. Block is again between the thighs. Up, palms up. Okay, we're going to do some hover twists. Squeeze the block, go a little to the right, inhale back up, go a little to the left, inhale back up. You're trying to keep the shoulders here, so it's not a roll all the way over. Okay, it's just a roll with the leg. It's a twist and back up. Notice here, you just can't let them hang. So take and touch your toes together or put one foot on top of the other and push. Go ahead and twist and inhale back up. Now, some of you will be able to come lower and back up. Notice my shoulders aren't leaving the mat. Down and up, down and up, down and up, down and up. Beautifully done. Go ahead and release. Lose the block. Take a twist, windshield wipers, down and down. Notice it's a deeper twist. Feet are as wide as my knees. You can have them out further if your knees hurt. This is one of the best things you can do. I encourage you to get down and do it as often as possible. Now, we've just been moving the legs. Let's move the head. As my knees go this direction, my head goes the opposite. Wringing out my spine. Fabulous tool. Up. My ears are coming loose. And up. And up. Move with your breath. The inhale is here. The exhale. The inhale. The exhale. I'm losing my mic. I really do want to know if this mic makes a difference. It's probably going to be my Christmas present. And then come up. Okay. Take your feet as wide as your mat. Knock your knees. If you've got something underneath them, you're going to do that. Actually, before we do this, come back into here. Let's do a little bridge. So push into the feet. Let your elbows come in. If you'll push your elbows down, push the back of the head down, and just pick up your shoulders a little bit and squeeze them together. And then you're just going to push into your feet and roll up and roll down and roll up. That may just be weird. It may be a long time since you've really just lifted hips. So just come in. You're trying to roll through the spine, but maybe that's a little bit impossible. Just fine movement up and down the spine. We did the twisting, okay? One more. And then go ahead and take the feet as wide as the mat. Knock the knees. If you've got something to go underneath the knees, blocks, bolsters, pillows, I love doing that. Just there, Shavasana, let everything sag. Those of you that are on your mats that can get on your backs, great. Those of you that are still in the chairs, I'm going to join you just a sec. Notice that you're coming up by using your hands to your knees, to a support if you need a chair. Pushing down, lifting up, okay? Use that support, okay? So if you can't get down on your back, and some can't, I understand that, then the twist is just moving the legs over here, taking the body back here. The inhale brings it back. Step them a little over here, move the body here, step them back. Take the legs here, move the body here, bring them back. Step it here, twist here, okay? The bridge pose is difficult if you're not on your back, okay? But you can get a little bit of the cat-cow. It's here and it's back. And it's here and it's back. And I'll do it from the side so that you can see that it's here and it's back. And it's here and it's back. And it's here and it's back. Yeah. Shavasana here is also doable. Grab a block, a bolster, a pillow. Okay? You're just going to come up and over, bowing your chin, bowing your head. This is what the mic, as I'm thinking, because this kind of stuff